of
Yes,
investigations. Sir. What the fuck is a paranormal investigation?
What?
You've never
Give
found
me a
any
break.
You don't do that, do you?
Do you
you
have
know
those
what?
special machines? Are you a Ghostbuster?
I'll be honest with
People
you.
call you guys.
I'll be honest with you. I promote it on my website, and if I get calls, I subcontract that out.
Right.
My company, we do a lot of we debug houses.
Right.
I have a ton of people that are legitimately, professional crazy people who think that there's bugs in their house, so we'll go in and sweep a house.
So you do a lot of different services.
I do everything.
You were hired by the Church of Scientology, right?
I was in my.
Why?
There's a chapter in the book, and I met them about 10, 12 years ago, and they hired me just to do background work, to do investigative work on.
In other words, if I am a person who criticizes the Church of Scientology,
they would hire someone like me to find everything that you could think of about you. Surveillance, pull trash.
Why are they so paranoid? They have a successful operation.
It's weird.
Who are they looking for?
Yeah, right.
It's weird. A lot of them are ex-members, and I can't say anything bad about them because they've never handed me pamphlets. They've never tried to force me to go in that direction. I was an outside contractor. I said, hey, look, as long as the money's green, as long as it's ethical. But I did have to go through the whole E-meter test before I started doing work for them.
Really?
Right.
It was like something my third grader made with like 2 toilet paper rolls, and they asked if I was a secret spy.
Why not hire someone within Scientology? Why would they risk a guy like you who's a loudmouth going around?
Who's going to go on Howard Stern and talk about it 10 years later?
Hire someone from within.
But you know what? Because I have nothing bad to say about them. They're actually nice people. They've been good to me. They were a good client.
What do you find out about the people who criticize Scientology? Probably
just
nothing.
Anything. You just gather intel. Knowledge is power.
And so, what are they looking for?
They care?
They want to discredit the person.
In case it goes into litigation. There are a lot of ex-members that are out there to.
You said while you were there.
Yes.
Tom Cruise walks through a secret passageway and then appears in rooms.
Maybe he just walks through walls.
Why is that? Why? What do you mean a secret passageway?
I was out at. Oh gosh!
The Celebrity Center?
I'm going to be getting. You know what? Someone's going to be watching me now, Howard. I was at the Celebrity Center in L.A. many years ago, and they said he came through his private secret entrance. I didn't see it. I didn't know if it was like a bat cave or anything.
Right.
And he came by. He had a Yankees hat on. I had a Sox hat on. He said hi to me. He seemed genuine, and he was going to study.
What is the secret entrance? So no one will see him. No one can behold him.
I guess. Right. I have no clue.
Right.
He was going to study.
Study what?
He was continuing education.
Do you think at this point he knows everything?
Continuing it. I don't know him personally. I've never done work for him personally, but I was out there on a job.
Now the Scientology Church doesn't use you anymore. Is that?
I haven't done work for them in about 6-7 years. They're nice people.
You think they weren't satisfied with your work?
No, I think they've just suffered from recession, and I think what they do is they rotate a lot of different people. It's time to move on with someone else. I already did great work. I did great work. I was the best trash picker in the fucking U.S.
Yes, and you would find out things. What kinds of things would you find out? What type of girls they like? What type of guys they like?
You know what I would.
Would you find out if they were, say, homosexuals, and then report that to the Church of Scientology?
I would just gather the intel, Howard, and I would give it back.
For?
Post-its, letters, envelopes, addresses. Banana peels you throw out.
Did you ever wonder what they were doing with that material? Did you worry that perhaps they might be using it to discredit a guy or to frame a guy or to do something like that?
You know what? That's again, I wasn't doing anything illegal. Pulling trash is legal if it's on a curbside. If you go into a dumpster, it's trespassing. It's illegal.
Right.
So I'm performing my job as a professional investigator to get the trash. I'm performing my job as.
Do you ever turn down a case because you think it's immoral?
The only case I really turned down recently was a woman who thought that someone implanted a listening device in her brain, and she wanted to know if I could sweep her head.
All right, she's obviously a schizophrenic.
Yeah, I get a lot. But she said she worked for the state, which...
Have you ever been hired by a politician to find out what his opponent is doing?
All the time.
All the time. Goes on all the time. They didn't learn from Watergate. They didn't learn from Nixon.
All the time. Local politicians, reps, senators,
what do they want to know?
Just anything that they can find out on them.
They want to find out any kind of scandal, right? So they can discredit their opponent.
Yeah. I ran for office back in 2004 myself, and I lost. And my opponent afterwards thanked me for, not investigating her. I said, you know what? I wouldn't have wanted you to do it to me.
Chico, you're on the air. You're on with Mark, Mark's Private Investigation Services, or go to purchase his book, Happens All the Time, Cheating in the Good Old USA. Go to onthemark.com, onthemark.com.
On-the-mark.
On-themark.com. Okay, Chico, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.